get online, I'm feeling like something's not right. Cause the bullets curve, and some people are like that Warren Burke, yeah. Aiming my shotgun.
Happy Friday, everybody. We are lagging out live. We're here, and get used to it. To my left is the one and only Blacklight Oni.
Salute.
To my right is the only host that runs at 60 frames a second. Please welcome Soda.
Nope.
And in the center square, the one and only Chieftain.
The one and only.
If you're looking for Hero, he's not here. He'll be back next week. He's currently on a flight from an undisclosed location and will be back next week with another guest. We're going to actually have 5 people on the show next week. Right now, we have 1, 2,
Wow.
3. 3.
We have a master's degree to count that high.
Yes. Yes. We have an expensive piece of paper that we can wipe our asses on that indicates that we can count and stuff. Why am I so dark?
Hello.
Whoa, dude. There we go. I'm gonna put some color there. A little bit of orange on my face will go a long way.
A
It's
little
amazing.
bit of
It's
Monica on your face. Oh.
wow.
Damn.
So yeah. Wait, Hero not here? Well, show is unwatchable now. That's what Ghost said. Shut up, Soda.
God damn it.
Damn it. I showed one of my students the Star Wars May the 4th thing. She's like, that's awesome. And I go,
Yeah.
you see that the lady in the A10, like she wrote it. What? Like, yeah, she wrote it. That's amazing, she said.
Yeah.
She actually reconstructed the helmet so it actually fits a human being's head. She did all the costume modifications as well.
Joe
Yeah.
would have fit what's his face from Spaceballs.
Yeah, right? Keep going, assholes.
Anyone here
Just
not
keep
an
firing
asshole?
assholes.
Keep firing assholes. That's what it was. Yes.
Surrounded
Keep
by
firing assholes. Greetings, amazing beings. Mojo says. Mojo is here today. Welcome, Mojo. Badger's here. Oni's in the chat. Tahun Kwai, that's Ghost. And Deep Dive Gaming is Mariner. Great Kazoo is here. Hello, Great Kazoo. I'm back reading now. I think I got everybody. Did I get everybody? Who's ever in the chat? If you're lurking, continue to lurk. That's fine. We prefer you to go in the chat, but if you want to lurk and you're afraid, that's fine.
I would say
Maya's
Whatever
here.
makes you comfortable.
Whatever makes you comfortable. Maya here, our resident psychologist for lagging out, the unofficial psychologist for lagging out. She's here. And Magma Soilder is here. Magma Soldier is here.
How come she doesn't?
Apparently my cell reception is starting off strong tonight.
Your pimpan
I'm being
is
a little
strong.
shit.
There we go. I put you back in the corner. No camping.
No,
Cool.
we put baby
No
in a
pineapple
corner.
on pizza. Okay.
Fuck you, I do what I want.
Ski, you guys. I do what I want. Except get an internet connection. Well, not internet connection, except phone reception is horrible. That's what I should say. The phone reception is out of...
place.
Yeah. She's broadcasting live from a cave, so there's no cellular reception where she is. So let's. Oh, Maya, thank you for the resub. 3 months
Thank
for
you.
Maya.
Blacker.
Oh, a gifted tier sub to Maya. Sorry. It's 3 months.
Attention. The preceding content is
Whoops.
intended for mature audiences. Opinions and views expressed on this live are not necessarily those of Lagging Out Entertainment, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, or any of its sponsors or
Mojo
advertisers.
resubs.
Viewer discretion is advised. If you're under 18, get the fuck out.
Yes. We have a hype train. We had a hype train. We're not even like 2 minutes in. Damn, Tyrann Death resubbed with 9 months. I'm making sure that's the right It's not a gifted sub, right? Wow, we hit hype train. Look at that. Come on, ride the train. The hype
Give us
train.
a fucking.
Now, officially, Soda's spending a lot of money this week.
Hey, yeah, wait. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah. All right, who did that one? That is a two in a row?
It's Tear and Death and Soda.
Tear and Death and Soda. Okay. Ride it. Okay. Soda's riding his own face.
I like it like that.
Once again, I hit the clip too early.
Give us a fucking. Keep your receipts long.
Wow. Thank you for the biddies again.
Actually, that comes out of my personal account, not my business account.
I get it. If you want to do PayPal and donations there, you can put that QR. You can scan that QR code on your screen right now if you want to do PayPal. But biddies are good, and your presence is valuable enough for us. So we appreciate you here joining us tonight on a Friday. You missed mine. I resubbed. I said it before we started. I went on mic and said it. Did you not hear it, Mariner? I said you subscribed for 12 months.
Because you're the bomb.
Yeah, I think I called you out too. I said thank you to Mariner for 12 months. I unmuted myself. I mean, might not have heard it. I'm sorry. Wait, Soda's going to be spending a lot of money. He's finally getting the surgery to make himself into a IRL anime girl?
Correct.
So the Tear and Death got it. Soda rides it. Nice. Awesome. Our resident pole demon in the chat, Tear and Death.
I mean, we gotta have some boobies so we can get viewers.
Yeah, mine are not selling very well. But if you don't want to watch a 2 to 4 hour podcast and you want to watch the funniest parts, stuff specifically out of context, you might want to check out TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And if you want to watch something that's a little bit more long format, Twitch, Rumble, and Kick. The shorts are on Twitch. That's why I said it twice. But I'm in the midst. There's a spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. We're doing the best of clips from the past year, from August of 2022 to almost the end of August this year. There are a lot of clips. Soda was there when I was editing it. And what did you think of the edit so far, Soda?
Oh, they're always fucking funny. Like
they're pretty funny. And it's going to be so large. It's going to be so huge. Everyone's going to have their own video on YouTube when I'm done, because it's going to be quite an undertaking. It might take me a few weeks to do. And as Oni always tells me when I edit, she says, what do you usually tell me when I do too much work?
To stop.
Don't stop killing yourself, right?
Yep.
Why is there a runner on the small part?
Somehow it kicked my. I'm Oni. Oni is Oni too.
Oh, I see.
There you go.
Infinite Onis.
That was weird. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I'm like, oh, I wasn't looking over there. No, don't worry about it. Like, just I'm not looking that way. Just flag me in the Zoom chat.
Okay.
Stop hitting yourself, Chief. Stop hitting yourself, Chief. I'm trying. So let's go to the topics. First topic. The commie box. Xbox the Red Box social credit. That's great. I love this title. Who came up with that? Was that Oni or was that Badger?
I don't know.
That's really good. Did you say that in a meeting, Oni? Did you call it a commie box?
No, I called it Xbox to Red Box. But
Okay, yeah, that's what it says in the runner. Xbox to Red Box. So this is a very interesting story. Apparently, if I get the story right, it'll be amazing.
Uh-oh.
That apparently Xbox is going to reward you for social behavior and punish you for social behavior.
Yes, that's correct.
So the classic call it like so if you're saying something bad, you're like, no, you're not going to get as much content.
I swore they had something like that before, though. Like,
yeah, they had approval ratings, right?
mm-hmm.
You know how mine was 36%.
Yeah, anytime you play Call of Duty, you might as well just, and you have any kind of mouth,
I regress to like a 12-year-old when I play Call of Duty.
I think
it's like I sound
does.
like this kid.
Get shit on!
Right.
Get shit on! Get shit on! Your ass!
So did I get it right, Oni? Is that kind of how the gist of it's going to go with Xbox now? Like they're bringing back these old terms of service, freedom of speech issues? Uh-oh.
Given everything I've seen, which hasn't really been much because, of course, people don't really want to talk about it, and I don't own Xbox. Yeah, pretty much. But I haven't heard anything about bonuses. I've just heard about, well, if you use a lot of profanity and you call people names, you're going to be, like put in your little timeout corner.
What the?
Right?
I don't play Xbox. I don't play online with people.
No.
So
there's no way this could backfire horribly. That's a good suit.
I mean, no, it would definitely backfire. They'll find a way. They'll definitely find a way. So I find it very condescending that I understand what you're trying to do. Okay, right. This is one of those moments of right act. Like you are in the right in terms of your thinking. However, this is not how people work. And you are overstepping your bounds way too far. If you want there to be a differentiation between age groups of lobbies, that should be up to the different gamers, okay? But you cannot possibly tell me that there won't be predators no matter what, that there won't be people calling each other horrible names. You can't control people like that. It's not going to work. Well, and all it's going to do, it's going to
shit
push.
On, kid.
It's going to push your viewer base out. So, I hope you don't like having online users.
Well,
they'll just go to Steam. They'll go to PlayStation.
Most of the games that happen in are, rated M. So if you're playing a rated M game anyway, you should be able to say what the hell you want to say, right?
Yeah.
Or there just shouldn't be kids.
I mean, look at Grand Theft Auto. I mean, half that stuff is already in the game.
Right. So you're
killing
like listening to
hookers
rap
and stuff.
music.
Right.
It's like listening to rap music and going, well, you're just racist because you listen to it. No, wait. So we can't support them by buying the music and listening to them and appreciating their craft? Which one is it?
So what you're telling me is I can't pimp the hose?
Not to the 12-year-olds that are playing 18 plus games.
And again, I'm going to say it, and this is a general statement. This is not me saying anyone in this room is that way. If you are a parent to an underage person who is playing these games,
mm-hmm.
and you have a complaint about these games, that's on you.
True.
You're the parent. Take the games away. Do not buy those games for them.
What an idiot.
My parents did let us play a few rated M games. They knew what was on the games. They were not stupid. One of the games was Ghost Recon. Badger and I would just run around, try to kill each other, throw grenades, figured out what an explosive claymore was. Get locked in a building, blow the windows out, try to throw a grenade in. All that good stuff. Wholesome fun.
Like we need that sound effect when Snake gets caught. It goes whoop, the exclamation point.
Yep.
That'd be great.
Our dad knew what was on that game. Our dad freaking bought that game. And he knew what was on it.
You're not on like cussing other people out either. So.
Well, no, because to my knowledge, Ghost Recon, I don't know if it had online mode. If it did, we didn't use it. But Our parents knew what was on those games. Crap's
Right.
sake, I was a teenager. I requested a rated M game. And my mom looked at it, and decided, no, she's mature enough to handle this video game.
Right.
Can I propose something to potential Xbox gamers that don't like this? To all you Xbox gamers that do not like this, go to Steam, buy a PC, so you could say fuck, shit, cocksucker, cunt, everything that you
Whoa.
want to say, and you can go on Steam and you won't get kicked off. Freedom of speech still rules on Steam.
Kind
That
of.
was not a paid advertisement, but if you don't like it, get off of Xbox. That was my PSA, Oni.
I've heard some of the most funniest conversations in Call of Duty on Xbox back
Just
in the
mic
20s.
clips.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
maybe late 20s, early 30s.
Mhm.
I told you I went to that. It was like, was it Modern Warfare 2 pre-release date? I was at GameStop early to get it, and there was like at least 10 kids under 15 in that store. And I'm like, don't you fuckers have school? Oh, my mom let me take the day off. What?
Wow. I have a video that we did back at Laggin Out back in 2013. Is I went up to a kid and asked him, he's like, "What are you here to buy? Call of Duty?" I go, "I have another question. Yeah, do your parents love you?" And I cut to another scene like that. I did a whole guerrilla video. I'm not sure if Oni's ever seen it, but it's one of the first videos we have on the playlist on YouTube, which says Chieftain goes to a midnight release of Call of Duty. I think that's what it's called. It's fucking funny. Like I go, and then the father comes by. He's a fucking Marine. I'm like, son of a bitch. He's like 6'3", 220, 225. I'm like, fuck.
Whoops.
I'm like, I got that question and answer in just in time. Oh, it was bad.
That's
But I don't know who's worse.
That's an
Like,
absolute unit.
Well, that's
Yeah,
where we talked
he's
about
huge.
this, maybe a month or two ago with the video. Kids are going to have to literally upload a video now to buy Grand Theft Auto, not a video, picture of their face. So they don't
Oh,
look
yeah,
old
really?
enough.
yeah. We were talking about that. Yep.
That is
Oh,
that
wow.
is
How
actually
did I
going to
not
be a
remember
thing. Yeah, that's actually going to be a thing.
oh yeah, because we were
Supposedly
talking
they-
about the protection of children, right? So
Yeah, and the facial recognition is supposed to say, "Hey, you're 18 or not," and if you're not 18, you can't buy the game. So,
Well, because they were going to base it off of if you looked the age too.
right. Yeah.
oh, then you're screwed, Oni. You can never get that game.
Yeah, I know. And it's like, and
That's
the
what
thing
I
is that they're going
wondered,
to just
yeah.
have that. They're just going to have that forever. I don't believe for a fucking second they won't use that to sell information or do some horrible shit. Crap's sake, the number of ads that I got in terms of news coverage regarding hacking, ransomware,
Yeah.
data breaches from various companies and government agencies across the world, really kind of aggravating.
It should be interesting.
And you're telling me I
Right.
should just trust these people with my information?
I mean, from what I read, you're not going to have a choice. Like, I don't know
And
what
that's
happens
the
if
thing.
a parent buys it for him,
Indie
but like,
games.
if it's just a kid going in, that might look. I guess I don't know. I don't even know how that's gonna work. Like,
Mariner has a good point here. It's like this. You think they're not going to get a hold of the games? Don't mind me while I send.
I'm just gonna go
send
stand
my,
out.
my older brother to take a picture to get
Right?
the game.
I'm
Like,
gonna
come
stand
on.
outside GameStop. Need a picture? Need me to buy you Call of Duty? $20. Yeah, there you
It's
go.
equivalent. It's equivalent to like buying teenagers beer. You
Right?
know,
It's
it's
like
just,
$20.
that's all it is.
No,
Let's
and
go
the
buy
thing
all
is
the
that-
copies.
I'm going to quote Cinder Shadow on this. He's a YouTuber. I catch his videos every once in a while. He has pretty interesting thoughts on different parts of games, whether it's card, tabletop, or video games. He's apparently a parent to like a 6-year-old kid. You know, they're
Mm-hmm.
talking in full sentences, starting to go to school, exploring the world
Right.
around them. And he's like, I'm the parent. The government, these companies, these corporations, these agencies are not parenting my child. I am.
Mm-hmm.
It should be up to me what my child can and cannot do.
Mhm.
And he said, luckily, my kid likes games enough. They're getting into Tetris, which excellent choice.
Great choice.
Mm-hmm.
I love that
but-
game now.
It's great for your eye-hand coordination too. excellent. The simplicity is what makes it work. But anyway,
Soda has
but he
really
said
bad hand-eye coordination.
Oh, jeez. But his child also loves to go outside and explore the world. So he's lucky
Touching
that
grass.
it's not hard for him to say, "Hey, look, child, it's time to go outside." And his kid's like, "Oh yeah, let's go, Dad."
Mm-hmm.
But if he wants his kid to be able to play a game, he should be able to have the final say. If he doesn't want his kid to play a certain game, he gets the final say. It should be up to him, not these companies. And that, in my opinion, as someone who is not a parent, that's how you do it. Because that's what my parents did. They put those boundaries saying, no Badger, no Oni, you will not be playing those games, or you will not do this, you will not do that. But
I got the time limit. Did you get the time limit for video games, Oni or Soda? Did you guys it's like, okay, you can play an hour, but you can only play an hour, then you got to go outside. Like we had that when we were growing up. We're a little bit older than you. Did you have that, Oni or Soda?
I rarely even played. I rarely
Thank
played
you.
video games because you know me, I was always doing something with sports. So
Yeah.
I mean, I played games, but it wasn't. I never excessively played them, so I never really got in trouble. So
Okay. Oni, your sister saying yes, you had time, and Maya's already saying yes.
She said yes, but I don't recall that happening very often. I think it seemed usually more based on, hey, when did you get on the video game?
Gotcha.
X time or whatever. And then they're like, okay, no, you need to turn that off. Go do literally anything else. I think that's what I remember. But also it wasn't, and Badger, correct me, because that's what I remember. It wasn't really that hard because when we were young, there were other kids in the neighborhood. But when we moved, certain places where we moved, there just weren't that many kids. So going outside.
Oni and Badger were like stuck in a closet like Harry Potter. They weren't allowed to watch TV.
We were allowed to watch TV. We watched Harry Potter. And
I thought you were going to do this like the Indian, the Witch in the Wardrobe or something like that type of thing. They go into their closet and they go this whole new world. I don't know what the name of the movie is called. But Mojo was saying just as long as it didn't play past time and after homework. Yeah, that was the way I was. Go ahead, Oni. I can't remember the name of the
for starters,
movie.
It was a book series.
I know it was a book series, but
The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe from the Chronicles of Narnia. That was originally the first book of the series. However, a prequel was added later, which actually, looking back on it, really...
Hello, Lord Bucket.
Really
Welcome.
Cool. But if you're not... If you didn't know it was the first book... Yeah, you did. But no, it wasn't like that. But yeah, with like what Badger said, it was easier when we had kids in the neighborhood near our age. But as we got older or where we moved, there just weren't. I mean, crap's sake, across the street was a fucking cemetery.
I am not surprised that is actually a thing with you and your twin. They were playing like baseball with like someone's fibula or some shit. Like
no, we weren't like that. I will say that. Well, here's the thing. So that I don't even.
Playing Frankenstein.
Okay, it wasn't
life.
our whole life. Okay, we've only been there. We'd only been there for like 4 or 5 years at that point. But the thing is that cemetery, to my knowledge, has never had a sign to indicate if it's like a local, national, who owns it kind of cemetery.
Did you take pictures and see like orbs and shit?
Not really, because we didn't really have camera phones very often.
Well, just regular cameras we do. Like those disposable ones.
Except we didn't really have those.
Okay.
So, it does have a sign. Thank you, Badger. That's nice. It's only been there forever. Oh, it's a private cemetery. Okay.
That's what your comic should be about, Soda. Fuck, like trash like the superhero thing, and do like a Nancy Drew type of thing with Oni and Badger like going into graveyards and like kind of Scooby Doo that shit out. That has potential for fucking greatness right there.
Right.
Allow me to explain the common theme that will happen through most of the stories.
Okay, go ahead.
Badger will wander off and get
Yep.
lost.
No
I will
sense
have
direction.
to go find Badger and take Badger home because goodness knows Badger is going to like befriend someone.
Yeah. You can stretch that into like 2 books and 4 movies.
And then I'm just going to have to be like, okay, Badger, stand right here and sprinkle a huge, thick-ass line of salt.
Oh my god.
Place all these different crystals and herbs all
Oh my
around
god.
and go, stay. Take care of what has
Green
to be taken
fire.
care of, and then go the fuck home. That's
And
it.
she takes out the
No,
Ouija board.
No, oh, hell no. No. We do not fuck around with Ouija boards.
Nope.
And the thing is that it's not necessarily just about the Ouija board. It's the fact that
Yeah.
if you try to mess with things, just like the common phrase, if you look for trouble, you will find it.
Yeah, exactly.
There's one in the closet in there, Badger.
Is there really? I knew it. Fuck around and find out. You never want to fuck around and find out, especially with this guy.
Now, I just had a thought.
Look at that bitch titties.
Okay,
Hell
to
yeah.
my knowledge, I've never had a supernatural experience to my knowledge. If I have,
No.
I don't know. I mean, there were some weird things that have happened, but nothing that people go, oh my gosh, I totally saw a ghost and I know it was. Or
My Xbox
I saw
turns
this, that,
on
the other.
randomly.
Well, that's probably just the ghosts of campers past.
Wow.
But I wonder if the reason why I haven't seen anything or I don't experience any of that, maybe it's because I'm just too salty.
Or you don't have a soul. One of the two.
They're
Yeah,
scared.
like, I'm
Yeah,
not
it's one
fucking
of
around.
those.
You don't have a soul.
Like, I'm not talking to that
Could be
woman.
both.
Fucking scared.
Yeah, it's
Like, if you were a ghost, like,
would I
question,
haunt
like,
her?
there's a great poll. If you were a ghost, would you actually fuck with Oni? I don't think any ghost would. They're like, no, Oni scares us more. Fuck this noise. I'm out.
would we haunt her or would she haunt us?
Exactly. She'll be taking out her flamethrower and burning shit to the ground. Like, try to get onto that limestone, bitch. The power of Christ compels you, motherfucker.
I've played Doom. I know how this goes.
Right.
I'm gonna fucking die.
Oh no, he's dying.
That was a great gamer reference. I know. I played Doom. I know how this shit goes. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm not really. I don't tend to mess around with like ghosts and shit.
No,
because
I don't do that shit either.
reality is way scarier.
Oh yeah.
But
And I'm a sensitive too. I don't think
But that's
the
the
chat
thing.
knows that.
oh, you've mentioned it. Don't
Have I?
don't fuck with shit you can't explain.
Send
Yeah.
all the creepy doll to a P.O. box at.
No.
Don't do that.
And don't message Nikki Crow about that either. She's like, we'd never date Chieftain because one, I have all those haunted dolls and you don't like that shit. And I go, yeah, and you insist that I pay for dinner every single time. I don't have a bitch written across my forehead. So it wouldn't
Whoa.
work with me and Nikki Crow and I. Friends, yes. Relationship, no. And that's another topic for another time. But all because you do a video with someone else that's a female doesn't mean you're sleeping with them. So let's stop that stigma right now.
Or Mel.
But anyways, the poll was Tyrion Death.
You are a ghost.
Yes or no? Would ghosts be afraid to haunt Oni, or would Oni haunt the ghost? So, like, yes or no? Would a ghost ever be stupid enough to haunt Oni? Yeah, it's just a yes or no. The other night, my kiddo started telling me about the ghost wearing glasses standing in my kitchen, smiling at her. I told her to leave unless it's paying me rent. Kind of creeped me out. Yeah, that's kind of scary. My mom actually
I respect that though.
That's scary shit. My mom, when my dad was in Vietnam, she went to a cathedral Catholic church and prayed to St. Jude and asked for a sign, and the statue moved its head down. It's like, is my husband going to be okay? And he nodded, and then like he would frown if it was a no. And he said, this is the first and last time I was going to ask for a sign. And then she did it again. And the statue just turned ahead and just frowned at her. So he's like, okay, like, that's right. I said, never did it again. It like turned back to normal. She's witnessed miracles and supernatural stuff. And I believe her. I felt sick. Like, I'm a sensitive. Like, it's not even a superpower. I can't even like harness it for good or anything. Like, if I feel like there is some sort of like entity, my stomach gets like, I feel like I want to throw up. I get nauseous. That's it. It's not even anything fucking cool. So, but yeah. Anyways,
I may not be a
get onto
Catholic.
Mortal Kombat though. But go ahead.
But Badger and I's dad used to be a Catholic. He was raised in the faith.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so he knows some of the, he's aware of some of the practices and some of the people involved in it. But all of us, because of our family as a whole, and I'm sure this comes as no surprise, we do have a certain affinity with certain saints.
Right.
Like Saint Peter. Or no, our dad has a saint, I think it's Saint Paul. It's a Saint Paul medallion. But of course, San Lorenzo is pretty cool. That guy he's a Chad, okay? When you're literally getting roasted alive and you have the cojones to say to your executioners, hey, turn me over, I'm done on this side. Yo, that's big dick energy. That's amazing. Oh yeah, Saint Christopher. Wow, I'm having a moment. But we also really like Saint Jude, because
patron saint of lost causes. That's why. Yep,
you go if you're looking for someone who will bat for you when all the chips are down. He's the guy.
Saint Anthony. So, yeah, like I actually have a thing on my car. It says "Thank you, God" and Saint Jude. That's my mom's patron saint, Saint Jude. But yeah.
Yep, and Saint Christopher is a patron saint of travelers, which, given our dad's life, seems to.
Yeah, it makes sense.
He's been on several journeys. But there's a beauty in it, even if we don't agree with certain things about it, certain practices. There are certain aspects of it where it's really hard to deny the tradition and the history behind it. Just like anything else, you don't have to agree with it wholeheartedly, but it does. But right. you can still respect it and find beauty in it.
I'm going to eat your soul.
But don't go fucking around with Ouija boards. Just
no.
I mean, if you want to do that, fine. That's up to you. But I hope you will get more than you bargained for.
Exactly.
That is not a threat. That is a promise.
Take the one out of the closet then.
What's that in the closet then?
Yeah, it's like an ancient one, like from 1803.
Oh, really? What about the? There was one where like it's like a mirror one. That's why I don't have a mirror in my room. I don't have mirrors. They used to be a mirror here. I removed it. But anyways, we got to stay on topic. But really quick, Oni, wrap it up with your comment here. We'll move on to Mortal Kombat 1. No, it's okay.
Eating a little bit of food. Certain cultures have a thing about mirrors, so that does make sense. But really, if you're going to use mirrors for magical or spiritual purposes, there's a way to activate them and there's a way to turn them off in a way.
Yeah.
But like anything else, if you don't know what you're doing, just don't.
Yeah.
This is not cooking in the kitchen. This is not, I'm going to do a little spring cleaning. No. A Badger, don't. Don't do it.
1, 2, I'm coming for you.
Cooking for what? Trouble? We're already experts in that.
Yes, we are troublemakers and we go too long on tangents. So I'm going to be quiet now and talk about Mortal Kombat 1.
Mortal Kombat.
I love how everything is going back to saying 1 when it wasn't even the first. Like Xbox 360 to Xbox One. Mortal Kombat 10 to... did they have Mortal Kombat 11 or did it go straight to Mortal Kombat 1?
Yeah, 1.
Like, how many times is this shit going to happen?
Fatality.
So it's not even out yet and they're already like adding shit that like you're supposed to add at the end of the game's life. Like, does anyone feel like that with this game? Mortal Kombat has a
Mm.
whole like slew of OG characters that are going to be in there, but now they're adding 3 superheroes, right? Homelander, Omni-Man, and what was the third one?
God.
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. Yeah, the John Cena one.
Yeah. And there's 5 more unannounced characters apparently. So, but they most people think they're actually going to be Mortal Kombat characters.
Oh, okay. So I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. What do you guys think? Soda, what do you think about this?
I fucking Homelander. Just
Like-
it's gonna be great. Omni-Man too. I mean, they're both brutal
yeah.
characters. Like, and Peacemaker should have some good lines. Like, his shit should be fun. I mean, I like it, but
Yeah.
I haven't really played Mortal Kombat in forever. But this one, I might just pick up to see what Homelander's like. Fatalities and
Homelander-
shit are.
Yeah, like Homelander and Omni-Man are like certified narcissistic sociopaths.
Mhm.
And Omni-Man is like one more than that. They're both fucking like Nazis, right?
Yeah,
Basically
yeah.
like fascists, right?
Mhm.
So like you have all
Homelander
that,
is for sure. Yes.
yeah,
Like,
and if you ever watch both of those shows, The Boys and Invincible, these characters are supposed to be superheroes, and they're like burying their fists into people's heads
Yep.
and squishing their heads up and making their eyes pop out of their heads. These guys are not good guys.
I mean, that's Homelander's
Well,
like
that's
catchphrase. I can fucking do anything. Like nobody's
Yeah.
gonna stop me. Nobody can hurt me. Nobody. Like
Yeah,
that's
Oni?
that's the point. They're supposed to be a subversion of the hero genre.
right.
Although I will say, Megamind did it way before all these folks did. Well, except maybe the comic versions. Is Mortal Kombat 1 out yet?
no.
No, does it come out in November?
Okay.
Let's see. Oh wait.
See, that's what I'm saying. Why are you adding characters now before it releases? Does that make sense to you?
September 19th.
No,
So
Okay.
actually,
That
only a
tells-
couple weeks.
November 19th.
September.
that implicates, to me, that implies some serious issues with the game. Because, forgive me if I'm wrong, previous editions, they would have some of the special characters added either as DLCs. They would have some of maybe they had original line games, but they had to exclude a few characters, so they would add them a little later, or they would tease them, or have them as a bonus to get them earlier in the game if you paid X amount of money for a different style of game.
What the fuck?
But outright, that's like announcing that there's going to be DLC before announcing or before having the game actually released.
What the fuck?
How often does that work well?
Well, I mean, they're gonna add like. So far, the next 5 they are saying would be Jade, Onaga,
Jade wins.
Shiva,
Beastality.
Shinnok,
Chinook or Smoke?
Shinnok.
I don't know what that character is. I don't
He's
remember that character.
He's one from the newer games with the big ass hammer.
Oh, okay. That's why I wouldn't know.
Yeah. And
It's the same fucking game engine. I don't understand why they have to add more of this like fluff to
see,
it.
when they first put it out, I thought they were just basically gonna redo Mortal Kombat 1 with all the original characters. But
Yeah, Liu
apparently
Kang and all. Yeah,
it's not
Same
gonna
shit.
be that way. So we'll have to
they're gonna
see.
still have Goro in there, right?
I have not seen Goro on the list, honestly.
Shiva. No, Shiva came out in 2.
Shiva
But that's-
wins.
That's the thing. It's great to have all these extra characters. I mean,
Well, they could
a lot
add
of
a
these
million.
games blend to. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say they could add a million. I mean, look at the ones they added last. They got the Joker, Rambo.
Yeah,
Like they can always
I-
add whoever, but
Jason.
I think
Jason, Freddy.
I don't remember if it was.
There's definitely
yeah,
unlimited
they had
amount
the
of
Ninja
characters.
Turtles in there too, didn't they?
I don't remember Ninja Turtles.
I remember, like, I don't know if it was a standalone game, but
That'd be
they
kind of
even
weird.
use they have the Injustice game, which is basically the Mortal Kombat fighting engine.
Right. Yeah.
So it's the same shit. It's the same game except with DC. So what are you gonna say, Oni? I know you
Just
paused
that-
there for a second.
I mean, I kind of had to.
Yeah.
Just a lot of those games just blend together to me, so it's kind
Yeah.
of hard to keep them all separate. But usually the DLC characters were added after the game was already out. You have
Right.
your
Well, I
beginning
don't know if these
characters.
are DLC or they're actually just part of the roster now. So I don't know if you have to gonna pay for them or they're gonna be added. We'll have to see. I wonder if it's on. Let me see if it's on Steam. Like,
What, the pre-order?
yeah.
See, the most frustrating thing about those games is learning all the moves for each of the characters. So adding more and more, there's no way you could be good in like every single character, right? So how does that work in tournaments? So are you allowed to play that one player every single time, or do you have to be versatile and have to learn all the players?
No,
all
you usually
the,
can
all the
play
characters.
whoever whoever you want.
Because I go to the help things and like you have to hit like 80,000 fucking buttons to do a punch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
I can't do. I just start button mashing
Oh,
that or
it is on.
Tekken or Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur was a little bit easier for me for a fighting game than Mortal Kombat. I can get the
Alright.
moves down.
Let's see. It is on Steam.
So what was the poll? What was the final tally with this poll here?
Apparently
Let's say if you were a ghost, who would you haunt? Oni, Chief for suggesting it, and Hero for being absent, and then Mushroom got 83%. Mushroom. That's funny. I like those choices. They're hilarious. Good job.
I don't
Good
see
job
any
for
of
Karen Death.
the characters there though.
I'll buy it if they put in Joe Pesci. Yes. Put in Joe Pesci. Hey, you think I'm funny? What am I?
All it
A
says
clown
is
funny?
you get week 1
Okay,
early
okay.
access to downloadable content characters and 1,250 dragon crystals.
Would you guys watch us play Mortal Kombat against each other on a live one night?
Oh god.
Me and Soda 1v1, and then like we'll do like a tournament out of a hat. Who goes first? I'd be just afraid to lose to anybody because I'd be raging. Fuck!
Especially
I
by
blocked it.
well, I was gonna say Homelander's move that I think they gotta add to it somehow. He like flies up to the top of the building and does his thing and yeah.
Oh my god!
And it
that's
like comes
gross.
down and like just cuts you in half. And he's up there
Oh,
like
you're talking about something that's not safe for work type of action
yeah.
that he did in the show. That's gross,
And then he
dude.
just screamed, I can fucking do what I want. And you're
I
like,
could do what I want. Oh my god.
that would be brutal. But it should be interesting. It's actually closer than I thought. So like a couple weeks away.
Yeah. Well, they don't have to ship anything anymore. Well, I guess they can with the Xbox or PlayStation with the discs and everything.
Finishing move for Homelander and Omni-Man should be interesting.
Oh yeah,
And if it fatalities, if they're gonna go with friendships, fatalities, all that
Yeah.
crazy shit they have.
Can you imagine he hits Omni-Man, he just drops his pants. You only see his ass, and he's like, "Take my," bastard. He cuts him in half with his super.
But see, now the cool
reproductive
thing with
liquid.
Omni-Man, if they brought his son in later on, that would be cool.
Oh,
They could do-
Invincible.
They could do a whole story like just on them.
Yeah,
two.
yeah. You bring in Invincible. I'm sure it'd be interesting how they 3D model Omni-Man.
And there's a bunch of characters from the. Imagine if they put Butcher in there. That'd be fucking funny, man.
Hey, super cunts. He's got to say, it's like, fuck you super cunt.
Just
I
imagine
love it
his
when he
lines.
says
Yeah,
that.
his voice lines would be so funny. Like,
Oh, it's so great. With it's New England accent, right?
Yeah,
No,
dude.
not New England. New Zealand accent.
then he can be like, it cost you a tenner.
It'll cost you a tenner. He's got the temporary compound V.
Right,
like-
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be awesome.
We'll see how they
Comes
go
in
with
with
it. It'll be interesting. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And they could
I-
put the the guy that shrinks too, and he could fly. No, that'd be bad.
Oh, you fly in a guy's butthole and sneeze. Gross. Only in the first episode of the latest season, there's a guy, I don't know what he's called, but he shrinks down to super tiny, and he's in this.
His boyfriends.
Yeah, he's in his boyfriend's rear quarters, and he's like walking around inside there, and he accidentally sneezes, and he blows up the full length and like destroys the guy, like just viscera everywhere, and that's the first episode.
It was awesome.
It's gross.
Best
She's got no
scene
comment on
ever.
that. It's gross. It is gross.
If
I
you
was-
haven't
I
watched
was-
The Boys, please. I mean, if you're not
No,
against,
he didn't live.
oh no, he blew the fuck apart. But if you haven't watched The Boys and you're not like against gore, it's
Ugh.
good writing. It's good, like everything.
It is. It's good writing. Yeah. I mean, the first episode, the guy runs so fast, he like liquefies the girl in the street, and all he's doing is holding the girl's hands. Like that's all that's left of her. And he just sits there. And he just goes. He screams. He's like, ah!
And sadly, with my students, like, you gotta watch The Boys. I'm like, what's The Boys? And they were kind of explaining. I'm like, no way. You know, I would
It's
watch
bad,
it. I was like,
yeah.
holy shit, it's fucking awesome.
It's like you get so used to the gore, you expect it every episode, but it never. It never
It's how
gets as bad.
bad
as-
they actually ran out of fake blood in the last one. They had to. They ran out. Of
Really?
Yeah. It's
It's so gross. Ugh.
awesome.
I don't know if they're doing another season. Oh, they have to.
Yeah, they're doing. I don't know when the release date is, but I was just asking somebody not too long ago when it was. Let's see if we can find it.
Well, while you're finding that,
The Boys.
it is trivia time.
Early 2025. Got delayed because of the writer's strike. Of course it did.
Of course, yeah.
We're not
Who is
talking
known
about
for
strike.
kicking ass and chewing bubblegum? A. Earthworm Jim. B. Duke Nukem. C. J.C. Denton. Can I put a D option in there?
Yeah.
Can I put Rowdy Piper there? For D? Because that's the line he uses in the movie. Someone said C. Ghost says C. Yeah, put in Rowdy because he says put in Rowdy Piper. So those are the three options. Think about that and wait till the end of our live to find out the answer. Blacklight Oni. If if it is indie games, it is Blacklight Oni that's going to talk about it. So the Indie Ed beating the AAA developers. What's the context here, Blacklight Oni?
Actually, it's pronounced Indeed.
Oh, indeed. Sorry.
That's the nitpick thing, because that's how I read it in my head. Long story short, companies seem to be apparently being all pissy about Baldur's Gate 3 doing so well with Larian Studios.
Yeah.
One, it's very good to hear a game being so well received. I am so sick of hearing about gamers being unhappy. And I don't just mean could have liked something here or there. I mean, the game is either unplayable, has major issues, there are data breaches, there's nothing there, it's overpriced for what they're getting. That makes me angry. But hearing a game be so widely approved of from many different gamers, it's great to hear. I love hearing wins. I love that shit. But apparently some other companies are like, well, you mean the gamers can't get used to this because what the fuck do you mean they can't get used to it? Why shouldn't they? Are you saying it's okay to do a half-assed job, to ask for a full-price game for a third of the content you promised?
Yep.
So I'm sure some of you are aware of a certain game that's been in development for a very long time called Dragon Age Dreadwolf, equal to Dragon Age Inquisition, which came out 2014. just letting you know. Well, BioWare allowed them to lay off 50 developers.
Awesome.
And I know at some point, I don't know if it was from this layoff or a previous one of the writers who had been there for like 17 years had worked on previous Dragon Age games, had left the company as well. Whether or not she was fired or whether she left because she saw the writing on the wall, I don't know.
You're fired.
So, but their excuse was gold, because their excuse was, we wanted to make sure we had a fine-tuned team to release a very good game.
Fucking stupid. So I'm gonna lay off half the staff.
Right.
Does that make sense to you, Oni?
Last I checked, you kind of need people to be able to work on shit. That's
Right?
kind of how working works. Now, if you had overhired and you realized you fucked up, that's one thing.
That's
However,
what we found out.
He
fucked up.
The numbers aren't going to crunch very well when you realize you're going to have to be overworking everybody, because now what you could have done is said, okay, you guys are the ones who are newer, so I want you to focus on these simpler tasks. There are lots of simple tasks, but they've got to get done. If we got to clean them up later,
don't model a gun,
so
bitch.
be it.
Get out of here.
All right.
But it has to get done. If you reduce the number of
Texture
hands,
some toilet paper.
if you reduce the number of hands on the workbench, not as much work's going to get done.
Do you know
So,
if they hired that? It's you kind of implying that they fired the senior people and left the newer people in there. Am I right? Am I getting
No.
that from the translation? No,
That's
Just
not
like
what
a
I've
flat-
heard.
okay.
It's just they let 50 developers go.
I wish they would,
but-
because that way I had a whole narrative there. Okay.
No, but one of the, at least at some point when they were doing layoffs, and I'm pretty sure this isn't the first one that BioWare has done this year, let alone in Dragon Age Dreadwolf. One of the writers that's been there for 17 years is gone now. So a lot of
Yeah.
people are worried about the story. Now, here's the thing. If the story isn't finished, since Inquisition's been out for 9 years now, and I can only assume you've been working on the sequel for at least that long, you've got issues. But given the ability or trust in many AAA titles to actually make a functional game, let alone a good game, I totally understand the concerns. It's really hard to blame people when they've been burned that many times. It's kind of like, well, you've had 3 girlfriends and all 3 cheated on you. Why are you blaming me for all their issues? Like, it's not about that. It's just the fear of, okay, look, there's been a pattern here, folks. Kind of hard to argue.
Exactly, Soda.
So forgive me if I find it difficult to trust you. A little bit of a hyperbole, but there's still that gut instinct of, oh shit, this is going to go badly. And
when shit goes south, blame all
I
the
mean-
developers.
Right.
what was the last BioWare game that did well?
I don't know. I can't even tell you. I don't know
Now,
if that's an open-ended question or is it rhetorical.
Did BioWare do Mass Effect?
Yes.
Yeah,
Which
I
was buggy
think
as
so.
shit when it
Or
came
is that
out.
id Software?
No, that was not id Software. I do know
Okay.
that for sure.
Okay.
But
No, it's BioWare.
I mean, last I heard, Andromeda didn't do so well. I don't know if that was the most recent game, but I do remember when that came out and kinda. Thank you, Mojo. Okay, I was correct. I don't
Yeah.
remember Andromeda doing very well, especially on initial release. I heard it did get better, but it took a lot of work that should have been, done before release.
earlier?
But hey, what do I know? But with Larian
don't.
Studios being entrusted with Baldur's Gate 3, with the story that they crafted, with the Dungeons and Dragons base, it did great. It's doing great. People who aren't even D&D fans are enjoying themselves because there's something to appreciate for every one of those types of gamers. And that's excellent. That is what I want to hear. It's not Larian Studios' fault. It's not.
Will you just say so?
I was going to tell only the time, the average time just spent making a character in Baldur's Gate 3 wasn't estimated. It was actually like an hour and 15 minutes. So just
that does not surprise me.
That's craziness right there.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But that's fun.
Right.
It's great to hear people are enjoying themselves. And yet
I don't need a game for that.
AAA studios, these AAA studios have the gall to bitch about a smaller studio doing better than them.
Yeah, I don't understand.
As if that's a bad thing. Like, holy shit, Larian Studios put up Baldur's Gate 3 and everyone's fucking loving it. We should be embarrassed. We should figure out what we're doing wrong. That's like Bethesda getting all bitchy about Ghost of Tsushima, which came out like a year or two before it.
Yeah.
With Ghostwire Tokyo, and going, well, we did it better. And it's like, bitch, one, that's like 2 years late. Two, different genre. Just because it's in Japan doesn't make it the same thing, you fucking idiots. Three, they did it historically based,
right,
and had never even been to Japan. On a
that game
budget.
was so well done, and it's not a game I particularly enjoy, but like the visuals, I'm not sure. I can't really speak for the gameplay, but I can speak for the visuals. It just looked really good. They like you said, they did their homework. They have the receipts. They put the research in there, and they made a beautiful game. And then you can always have those detractors. Everyone knows that. Like, oh
yeah,
it's cultural appropriation, or it's something here, it's something there. If there is something to bitch about, someone's going to bitch about it. That's the problem.
No.
People have too many outlets to say needless, stupid shit. Oh, what's up, Bandit? Bandit's on. Being Bandit's on Kick. What's up, homie?
Hi.
It's been a minute. I haven't been in. I feel so bad. I haven't been into a lot of her streams lately. I feel really bad. But she's awesome. You guys want to check her out too. She's like a workhorse on Twitter. I'm not sure she does Kick, but she does stream on TikTok as well. She streams on TikTok and Twitch. Wow, 2 T's. That's hard. I can't get I got the 2 T's in my brains right now. I like the T's.
Calm down.
But yeah, we always make sure you check her out. Shout out to Beam and Bandit on whatever social she's on. You want to check her out. She's good people. But go ahead, Oni.
But these bigger companies trying to shit on these smaller companies that are doing what AAA studios do, but better. It's like your AAA studios should be embarrassed.
Yeah, definitely.
You have some fucking gall to go to them and bitch at them like they're doing something wrong. No, they're doing it right. You're just so far up your own fucking ass, you can't see it. And you'd rather shit on somebody instead of uplift them. Those are the types of people
I don't like the
competition.
Oni? Sorry.
No,
right.
Not only do they not like the competition, they don't like seeing in their face what it is that they should be doing, and hearing it from more people that they are failures. Well, guess what, AAA studios? I'm saying it now. You are fucking failures.
Mm-hmm. They've been failing for years. You brought this up 3 years ago, and you've been right every year. Like they're just garbage humans.
Well, the head guy over there, they took time on Baldur's Gate. They didn't put this together. This game's been, they put many hours,
years,
getting
garbage human.
A lot of time.
Because Baldur's Gate isn't one of those games that's released every year. Now, I understand. Sometimes you got to have your bread and butter, and it's maybe not going to always be the greatest game. at some point you have to question, is this cost effective, or am I just pissing my money away by pissing off my fan base? Baldur's Gate had to take into account a lot of things. The thing about Baldur's Gate that
My balls was hot.
especially when you get into the nitty gritty of it, what might add some context is that it's not just a fantasy game. Baldur's Gate is actually part of the Forgotten Realms in Dungeons and Dragons. It is canonized and canon based. And what I mean by that is they tried and do try to translate from the tabletop board game into a video game different skills. So your ability to cast certain spells, your progression trees, your companionship, your skills, the dice rolls, the luck, the strategy, that all comes from Dungeons and Dragons gameplay. And since 5e is currently the newest version out, that's what they used. If you look at the spells and the skills in Baldur's Gate 3, you will find an equivalent in lore now. Now, yes, there has to be a stopping point, either the game would never end, okay? I understand that. And since the game has to essentially act as the dungeon master, there are going to be certain limitations because it doesn't have a human currently dictating what you can or cannot do. But they are essentially taking this expansive world and trying to give even the newest player a taste of that. So you're trying to...
They're tasting the Baldur's Gate?
No.
The balls is hot.
But they're trying to keep the essence of the game true, knowing the limitations of video games. That is
one thing to point out
so
too.
difficult.
They will never make an expansion due to the fact that they cannot expand the game because they don't have the capability because it's so deep. It's crazy.
I have heard some folks would like some expansion, if they expanded it regarding your companions and team members.
Well, they were talking about this. The spells would be impossible to convert over to an expansion.
Oh yeah. Well, because the level cap I heard in Baldur's Gate 3 is like level 10.
Yeah, it's fairly low.
Which
for games anyway.
Yeah, which is low for games, but when you're talking about Dungeons and Dragons,
it's not low, right?
That can be considered pretty high. I mean, yes, epic level tends to be like level 20 and above, but level 12 according to Magma.
Yeah, that might be right too.
But that's pretty fucking high. The level of the types of spells you have at your disposal at level 12. Yeah, it gets really, really it gets gross.
Well, not to mention they said there's like 17,000 different ways to end the game too. So
my dwarf is a 10 or 11 and he's a badass, but he's still a dwarf.
And he gets kicked in the balls a lot.
Right.
What is wrong with dwarves?
They can't make the height requirement on roller coasters.
Why the fuck would it matter? They can just chop everyone else's legs off. They are the roller coaster.
No. Dwarves are scary. Little people are scary.
Wow.
I don't like those dwarves. I don't like those little dwarves.
Then you're really not going to like halflings.
Cave trolls scary too. We are the roller coaster. Mariner's gonna make a T-shirt. We are the roller coaster.
Well, he is. I'm gonna write on it. Warrior, is he not? I think he is a dwarf warrior.
Is he?
Yeah.
I am a dwarf warrior. That still only counts as one.
Same thing.
Oh my gosh, I just cringed hard. It's not the same thing.
Gimli? Come on, you got like Gimli.
I said not the same thing.
Oh, not the same thing. They're all the same.
No, it's not.
So elves are not the same in D&D as they are in Lord of the Rings? Is that what you're telling me? They don't translate?
Correct, because D&D there are several different types of elves. You're going to have to be a lot more specific.
Oh, forget it. I'm
Also,
not going into that.
Yeah.
We'll be
Also,
here an
you
hour
have
and
to
a half talking about like lore and D&D, and
you also have to understand that the types of elves used in Lord of the Rings are going to be based on Anglo-Saxon, Arthurian tales of elves, which could be argued that are the same as the Viking elves. However, when you introduce the Fae from Celtic lore, it starts getting really dicey. So, if you really want to start talking folklore and
No.
lore,
no.
we can go there. But I will bury you, and you will probably die sitting in your chair, going like, "Please fucking kill me."
I'll die from boredom. This is not
Yeah,
my
pretty
thing.
much.
Yeah, it's not my thing. It's like when we talk about sports ball. It's not going to happen. So, but yeah, thank you to our boosters on our Discord. Soda, Hypernova, and Mariner, Ezreal, Stormwolf, Song, Prophet, and Tyranneth. We love you. I think if we get one more, we get like, 5 more slots for sound?
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
I said slots. Is that how that works, Soda? I don't know. You're like the Discord king, so.
We need one more so we get our sound bits back, by the way.
Oh, okay. We just need one more there. Okay, cool. If you like us, make sure if you are on any other streaming service, make sure you're following us on Kick as well. We need to get to 75 follows in order to monetize there. And it's greatly appreciated because our dream is going to a convention and having a booth and roasting all the other people there and saying, we're better than everybody. No. But we want to make sure that we get 75 there. Also, we lost 3 more follows on Twitch for some reason. I don't know how that happened, but I guess people don't like entertaining stuff.
Right.
But anyways, don't forget to follow us here if you haven't done so already. And then go over to Kick and follow us there and follow us on YouTube. Quick question to the chat. Who gets to watch our YouTube shorts? Press 1 in the chat if you watch them at all weekly.
Every day.
Soda does because he has to, but
I have to. Why? They
it's a requirement. You get a grade for it.
Oh,
It's like Yellow Dig. And Deep Dive does. Mariner does. So Twitch has been removing inactive spamming accounts. Got you. But we should be growing more than we're losing because we lost 10 on YouTube. So I don't know how that's happening too. So Scuns Lime Google.
I meant sounds like Google. I don't know how
sounds
my
like-
keyboard fucked that up so badly.
That's okay.
Probably because my thumbs suck.
Sounds like Google. Okay. Aren't the shorts just from the stream? Yeah, but they're non-contextual and because they're funnier.
Yeah, because you don't know what we're talking about half the time.
You have no idea what we're talking about. We introduced the topic, but it's still funny. Yeah, they are from the stream. But if you're watching the stream, that's fine. But also a little cleaned up. Yeah, Oni. Yeah, I edited it down, so it's a little bit funnier and the timing's okay. Sometimes there are long.
And sometimes we add extra like funny images
Delays.
that kind of put things in context a
Right.
little better.
like when we're talking about that's a great way. Like they're cleaned up. Like I think Oni was talking about how her sister's got no sense of direction, and I cut in the Asian women driving in American Dad. No, not American Dad.
Family Guy.
Family Guy. He's like, oh, I cross over 3 lanes. Good luck, everybody else. and I'll cut like stuff in there. Or we're talking about Oni being a nurse compared to the Joker, and I'll cut in the Joker while Oni is talking, and then like she's like, yeah, I would do that, and then there's like a giant fucking explosion at the end. So like I cut it in to make it even funnier. So like there's like weird zooms and like 360 stuff, and I
like
put
that
like
one,
funny.
like that author who had his eye is like a whole eye is
Yes,
height
Kazoo.
lower than the other, and his nose was broken. And
Yeah.
you zoomed in very slowly on that one.
Yeah, because you're missing.
just the little
shorts
thing.
are great. Plus, all
Yeah.
the extra views helps us on the stupid algorithm thing.
Yeah, like I'll do like slow zooms on like that's a great example, Oni. Thank you for bringing that up. That was awesome. Yeah, because
And the one where you asked, or you said, who does that kind of stuff? And my avatar's like looking left and right. He like zooms in.
like I'll cut into you slowly. Yeah, like
That
who's
was
not
great.
getting laid? It's like a cut of me like zooming in, and then it's like na 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 na. Don't like we'll add like stupid sound effects and shit. It's funny.
We got to use our talents for something. 'cause
Yeah. we watch it and we think it's funny, and like I go to Soda in the Discord chat and we're like, why aren't we getting any views on it? He's like, I have no idea. This shit's fucking funny. I'm like, are we just biased?
I would say
Or is it actually that
95%
funny?
of them will get a laugh, like out of me.
Like,
so like,
right, we'll get like 1,000 views on one short, and then there's like people's like, well, that's 4 people I won't watch ever again. Why even fucking comment that? But I don't know. Like I know Oni's seen them, and they're better than the actual lives, because they're actually recut and repolished. So it's,
definitely watch
so
them.
go check us out there as
Share
well.
them,
So,
share them on Facebook, share them on Twitter, share them on whatever. Like share them everywhere.
yeah, please do. Penguin, like, she blows up our TikToks. Like I got 17 likes from Penguin on TikTok on the shorts there. So it's crazy. Like she'll comment on everything. She's amazing. Like I don't know how she has the time to do that, but we appreciate it so much, and we appreciate you guys being in the chat with us tonight as well.
She's bored at work.
Okay, there you go.
Penguin's at work. Like, I ain't got nothing to do.
The
Let's
guy
go.
who stole my whole whole
Yeah.
look and everything, Dr. Disrespect. There we go. Let's talk about this guy. He stole pretty much everything I do, so I can't make any money. So thanks a lot. Anyways, Dr. Disrespect, I think he got kicked off of Twitch a while back, right?
Yeah, it's been
That was like 2 or 3 years ago.
yeah, 3 years.
Yeah,
I'd
and
say.
he's been on YouTube since.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's very.
So this is a very interesting story, and I guess I'll intro it.
You are.
But
Okay.
this is Kick, the other streaming source for gamers and other content. We're giving out these giant $100 million contracts to people like Amaranth and I want to say Ninja, but I'm not 100%
No,
sure.
it's your favorite person.
XQC.
There you go.
Okay.
100 million.
Your
yeah.
favorite person. Guy who looks like he's like a vegan,
Hmm.
and that doesn't do
Crackhead.
veganism right, because he's
On crack.
yeah, basically. He looks like he's always tweaking when he talks. Anyways, long story short, I remember reading something on Twitter. It was like, hey, Kick, I won't take 100 million. I'll take 50.
Yeah.
50 million to jump onto your platform. And I think they're in talks, or they said it was too much money. What was the context there, Oni? Do you remember?
I know he's
Sorry, took a-
demanding.
Oh,
He's demanding 50 million.
yeah, he's
But-
demanding 50. Yeah.
They do want him, but they kind of fucked up by giving those other $100 million contracts, because, you know, honestly, out of if you had to pick Amaranth,
Hydrate, everybody.
XQC, and I don't watch much Dr. Disrespect, but if I had to pick those, I would pick him.
Yeah.
So plus he's good with kids. He does a lot of stuff for, you know, kids and
Oh, really?
Mhm.
He got in trouble or something. Like he went out with a viewer or something like that while he was married.
Nobody knows
Here's-
what the fuck. That still never came out, I don't think.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if
Uh,
that was true or not.
Let's
I
see.
could-
In June, by stating his price would be 50 million.
Right.
During a recent conversation with Big E, which is Kick's head of production, he conveyed that Dr. Disrespect was firm and he would not move off 50 million. Yeah, that kind of sucks when you're like, oh, I don't want to play video games for 50 million bucks. Yeah, fuck off. Like, get the fuck
Wow.
out.
50 million. You know what? We'll take 25.
Yeah, we'll take 10. Shit.
Oh, hey, you always shoot high, Nova. This not Nova. Wow. it could be Nova.
Wow, dude.
you always shoot higher, Soda, and then work in the middle. So you go higher than you need to go. So you say 25. They're like, oh, we can give you 7. We're like, all right, we'll do 21. You're like, you do it like that, and then we get 20 a year.
I
And
bet
then we're
he'll
set.
sign, but I don't. I mean, he still makes a shitload on YouTube, so it doesn't really, matter what he does.
Yeah.
Now, 50 million? I don't know. And you don't know, like 50 million for
Is that
10
a year?
years, 5 years, that's
Is that a 5-year deal?
it doesn't have any like yearly That's just for
Then he gets hurt like Otani and he can't play. He gets arthritis or some shit.
Yeah, he gets carpal tunnel.
Gets carpal. They sign him for $50 million. I got carpal tunnel. Can you imagine? That'd be fucking great.
And kick in general, to me, it's a stupid idea. Like, pay $100 million just something.
They're trying to pick people off. They tried to do that with Mixer too. Mixer tried that, and
look what happened.
Under.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but what happened to Mixer? Like,
yeah,
Ninja got kind of fucked on that one. So,
oh yeah, you did. Oni, what do you think?
I mean, he's asking for half the price that they were willing to offer other people.
Yeah.
It was never, and very likely will never come out, why Twitch and Dr. Disrespect had a falling out.
It just said he breached a term of service is all they still say 3 years later.
It's a fucking shitty excuse. There's no specific.
They're still saying that, but the thing is, they settled with him out of court.
Oh, yeah.
What?
He took them to court, and they settled.
What?
So I don't know what it is that they're trying to cover up for. We all know Twitch fucked up, and he's not the only one that they screwed over.
They fuck us every week. What are you talking about?
Right?
But if that's what their concern is, that's just going to have to be a risk you do or do not take.
Yeah.
But it definitely doesn't look good on you when someone is asking for half the rate and you say no, even though they have a dedicated following.
Very big.
They have that.
I mean, I haven't. Let's see. Let's look on YouTube. I haven't even looked to see what he's got going on.
And he actually plays video games. He is at least a co-owner of the Midnight Society of Gamers.
He's got 4.5 million subs on YouTube. So
okay.
So
gotta be worth some money.
Yeah, it's got to translate to something.
So it's very interesting that Kick, of all places, has cold feet signing a deal with Dr. Disrespect.
Well, after throwing around $200 million,
right?
Can't
Don't
tell
forget,
them how to run their
Bear's just
business.
a tier 1 partner now too, so she's making money.
I can't tell a company.
Go ahead.
I can't tell anyone how they want to run their company. But I will say, if you don't want to have these incidents happening, maybe keep your contracts quiet.
That's true.
Maybe stop promising big bucks if you aren't willing to negotiate with other people.
Yeah, shout out to Paris. We have a negotiation for you to stream for us on Twitch. Read your chat. If you're watching us, we want to make a deal with you today. But yeah, I agree with Oni.
Yeah.
And it seems like he was just not serious about it, or they weren't serious about it. This seems like to be I'm getting like the feels of people being disingenuous on both sides here.
Well, it's been since March, so that's March. Yeah, it's a couple of months.
Yeah. So I don't know what to think. So
I don't know why they fucking get train wrecked. That dude's a fucking idiot.
Well, you know what? Dr. Disrespect can come. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
If Dr. Disrespect wants to come on our show for an interview, it's an open invitation. We'd love to talk to you about it.
You.
So, what's the worst he can do? What's the worst that can happen there? He never sees the video or the clip, and that's it. We did that with Eric July, and he came on. So who the hell knows, right? And he turned out to be a fucking cool ass dude. He's chill as fuck.
All right.
So maybe Dr. Disrespect will be chill as fuck too and come on.
We're still trying to get Ryan Reynolds too.
Yeah, hashtag Ryan Reynolds for the win. Ryan Reynolds, Dr. Disrespect, and Wolverine for Oni. No, we should get the guy who played Nightcrawler,
Oh yeah,
Alan Cummings.
Alan Cumming.
it'd be weird.
We got to
without
do
his
that for
makeup,
Oni
though.
for her birthday next year. Like, try to get Alan Cummings on the show.
You need to see if he's on that website where they make the videos
Oh
for
yeah,
you.
cameo.
Yeah, Cam. Yeah.
That'd be awesome. It's like, yeah. Go ahead.
As nice as that is, I would honestly rather mail my X-Men movie book and have him sign the poster
Oh,
and
that'd
just
be
mail
cool.
it, have return postage, which would mean I would have to get in contact with Jason Fleming to sign my either my PlayStation Portable movie copy of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, or sign the physical copy of the actual DVD that I've got.
A lot of those guys
I've heard
still
he's a
do
really
that.
cool guy too.
And you can go
I'm sorry?
online and find like places
Yeah,
to
the
send your
PO
stuff
box or something.
to. Yeah, like a lot of even our sports guys, you can send stuff to them and they'll sign it when they can. Like
Yeah, Oni, when I worked at Rooster Teeth, people would mail in their Xboxes and we'd sign the Xboxes.
yeah,
It was fucking crazy. They're like, "Oh, make sure everyone signs this Xbox for somebody." Like they like shit would come in like every week, and like you'd be signing. I'd physically be signing. It's so fucking weird signing an Xbox. And it was just all right. Like sign the top. They don't even know who the fuck I am. I'm contractor, but all right, I'll just sign it.
I
They
mean,
go,
I'd also
"Everyone
be
sign."
scared of shipping that stuff, like
Yeah.
if it doesn't come back, or heaven forbid it
people
gets
do it. Yeah.
broken.
Well, just make sure Hero doesn't ship it for you, and then you're okay.
That is true.
He's not here to defend himself, but I made a clip of it so he
Cheap
can watch
shot.
it and yell at me later. He'll yell at me later. He'll be back next week. I don't know how he streams with those sunglasses and wig. The mustache.
I
would
guess
kill
you
me.
get used to it. Like I don't know.
I don't know. Like and what is that, like a fake bulletproof vest too?
Yeah.
I mean, it could
I
be a
don't
real one without the plates.
Maybe. You might be right, but do the straps those straps look plastic? No.
What do you think they're going to be made of on a real sappy plate carrier?
A metal?
No. I
No?
assure you it's plastic.
Okay. I don't know, because I never seen a red one like that before, so it's like, I'm not sure if it's for a fashion thing. Yeah, bright red though, nice target. Kazoo says, I'm like, yeah. You mean he turns into LeBron? Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand.
Fuck
like,
you,
that
LeBron.
Everyone's gonna be getting those pretty soon. The bulletproof vests. The war is coming.
May I just want to say though, bullet resistant, not bulletproof,
Sorry,
and it will
bullet
only be
resistant.
resistant to a certain extent.
Right.
So if you think you're going to be Mr. Invincible, no, the fuck you're not.
They have a
also,
bullet
this shit's
resistant.
heavy, and
Yeah.
sappy plates are expensive. Just keep that in mind.
I was pricing them. I know. I saw a Mandalorian bullet resistant helmet. It was like all black and it was all Kevlar. It was awesome.
Yep. And that
So
shit's going to be pricey.
It was like the whole suit from top to bottom. I want to say it was $3,500, $4,000 for everything, for like a full
less
full
than I
suit.
thought.
And then I was like looking on Etsy. I'm like, can they make it look like the Batman armor from the from not Batman Returns, but the one with Bale, Jason Bale, like the second movie. Like I want the armor to look like that.
Oh,
You're right on there.
Yeah, it's impossible. But make sure you guys check us out on all these services. Giggity. And now, something that I know Oni is probably not going to know a lot about, but we discussed it anyway. The Final Bell. Wrestling news.
Wrestling news.
Yeah.
This is really sad. I don't know if there's any. If you press 1 in the chat, if you know wrestling, press 1 in the chat. If not, press 0 and say, fuck you guys. I hate this section. So, yeah, Soda's gonna put 1. But this is really sad. So, Terry Funk just passed away. He is a legendary wrestler. Like, he had shirts that say "Funk You," and he was like the original hardcore wrestler. He wrestled for over 50 years. He just passed away, literally like a few days ago. Was it, or was it yesterday?
It was a few days ago.
It was a few days ago, yeah. So this is a really good photo of him. But he wrestled in a lot of the indies, the NWA, WWF at the time, WWE, and I want to say there was another one. Was there another one he wrestled in? So he wrestled in a lot of the indies as well. Yes, Mojo 80s, 90s wrestling. That is correct. Uh-oh. Soda's power went out. Soda's like, fuck this, I'm out of here. Wow. Was he in a WrestleMania? I don't know if he was or was not in WrestleMania. So, let me see. Oh, I don't have my phone near me. I can't even text him. But anyways, yeah, he was a legendary wrestler, and he did a lot of, he wrestled with like double knee replacements and stuff. He was very popular. He's like, I'm going to retire after I get my knees done, and then continued to wrestle. It was pretty crazy. And if you've seen him walk around, it was just like, oh. And on socials, Oni, there was like this wrestler called Rikishi. He's a Samoan wrestler. They did, he does this like little dance in the ring, and Terry Funk was in there, and he's like doing what Terry Funk, and poor Terry Funk, he couldn't even move. He was like so stiff. He's trying to do like the dance moves, and he's trying, and everyone's clapping for him and stuff. It was really funny. So it's a guy who never took himself too seriously, but like everyone loved him. He was like a really nice guy in the locker room. I think it was at Texas wrestling. So Soda being in the greater Texas area, he would go in those, there were territories back in the day, Oni, and he wrestled in that territory. So he was very popular in the Midwest. So him, Dusty Rhodes, all these guys that were in there, I'll say it, I hope even once he walked out with "We Want the Funk." Probably. There was a lot of plays on his last name, so I don't know. I wonder where Soda. Do you have Soda's number, Oni?
No.
Okay.
I can ask Badger.
Yeah. You see if the power went out there. It's okay. No worries. Akuna Matata. We'll get him here. I'm trying to get to my 2-shot. There it is. 2. Uh-oh. My 2-shot not working. That's not good. I wonder why that's not working. Hold on. That's weird. Let me go to here really quick. I think he did WrestleMania. I'm pretty sure. Oh, that's live page 2. Is that not?
Yeah, power's out.
Power's out. That's what I figured. Oh, I know what it is. I don't have 2 shots yet. Maybe.
Oops.
Maybe? A 2 and 3 is the same? Well, that's weird. How did my page 2 got written over? Well, that's not good.
No.
I'd have to actually click it on the bottom here. I have to do it old school.
Remember, kids, when you're saving a new file, try not to overwrite things if you
No,
Might
I
need
don't.
to go back to it.
It was the update that did
Oh,
it.
dag fucking dabbit.
So here, hey, look at me. Hi. I don't think the 2 shots. It's so weird. All right, I'm gonna have to just make do. We'll wait. We'll wait for him to get back. But anyways, we'll just do it like this. I don't know why the 2 shot got erased. Oh, I was
Because
building it.
Streamlabs is a little shit.
I might have been building it. I don't know. I don't know what it was. But anyways. Also, another death happened literally yesterday or 2 days ago as well, is a more recent WWE wrestler, Bray Wyatt, died too. Super young. So Bray Wyatt, you might have known him as The Fiend. He died of an apparent heart attack. Or heart palpitations. That's what your sister was telling me today. She's like, yeah, they said it was a heart attack. I'm like, in his 30s? And she's like, yeah, in his 30s.
You'd be surprised.
I'm like, that's crazy. So these things happen in threes, and that's what concerns me, Oni. So I don't want to see another. It's like, I don't want Bret Hart to die. That'd be enough. But these wrestlers, like Bray Wyatt's like kind of the new breed of wrestlers that were happening on a more recent timeline that was kind of a shock to everybody. So it is on his way back in. I think he stated on the, okay. All right, fine. He stated on the green platform. But really sad. But you don't see this, Oni, with a lot of female wrestlers. Why do you think that is?
One, I think it's because a lot of them, once they leave the stage, it seems like they go live their lives, try to be as private as possible. 2, the number of people who know female wrestlers isn't going to be nearly as great as the men. And 3, I think the health issues that tend to plague the men aren't as prevalent with the women because they have their own issues to handle. From what I've heard, female wrestlers are, if they're going to die young or die what we think is before their time, tends to be self-inflicted. With the men, hello, welcome back. Glad you're
Welcome
safe.
back.
Badger blew the power.
Doubt.
What'd she do now? How'd she blow the power?
Well, this room and that room's connected, so like that room never has anything on, and
Which you put on a sewing machine and that was the end?
I don't know what she did. But... All right, we're back up. All right. Sorry about
Cool.
that, guys.
Yeah.
You're
how
good,
dare
it
you.
happens.
Well, I found out that my 2 shot's not working, so that's great.
Well, at least something came out of it.
Yay. But with the men, because of their, I mean, if you look up his stats, and I'm not trying to say this to be mean, so I apologize if it comes out that way. He was 36, and he was like 6'3", I think 280 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is a
Big guy.
That's a big motherfucker. Okay, that is the type of man. You
He's a big
bump
guy,
into him
yeah.
in an alley, you back up and you apologize.
Oh, yeah.
And he was always
But-
scary.
But the thing is
Yeah.
that I don't imagine, especially with the brutality of what they were doing, and I'm not saying that to, again, be rude. I'm saying that because that was the nature of the sport, and for the showmanship, it's going to take a toll. And you don't know if maybe he had a pre-existing condition. And
He
with
did.
And with the women, again, because it's a smaller base, it's they tend to it seems like once they leave the ring, they leave everything. It's like, do not talk to me, do not follow me. If I find out you're near me, we're going to have issues kind of shit. But also, you don't see the huge variety of women's body types in female wrestling. I hate to say this. All their body types look the same.
Nia Jax.
Because for some reason,
She's huge.
that guy, I don't remember his name, Vince McMahon, I don't remember, whatever.
Yeah, Vince
Mr.
McMahon,
I tore both my quads trying to be cool and forgetting I'm a 57-year-old motherfucker. I will never let him live that down. That is hilarious to me.
It was live too. It was. You got to watch the clip. It's funny. Like he said he's in a lot of fucking pain, but
good. You want to be that stupid? Oh yes.
Nia Jax, China, and what was the other one? Rhea Ripley are not those typical body types, but a lot of them are. So
yeah, but it was manufactured that way. They were told you will get this, you will get that. And if anyone tells you that there are no health risks regarding implants or liposuctions, they are fucking liars. They'll have certain height differences, but they all, for some reason, are obsessed with the hourglass figure.
Yeah,
and
Paige was small too.
That blows my mind because, I mean, like when it comes to video games, to me, it's not realistic, but I could almost accept it if you said, look, we have to limit our character models because the game's already going to be massive and we need to save space. So for the simplicity, we're going to stick to basic body types. I could buy that. But with guys, you see tall and lanky, you see short stacks with, nothing but muscle. You've got, the ones who look like, the good old boys from down the street. You've got the ones who look like they barely graduated college. They have all sorts of body types, but then with women, it's only one. There can only be one. And they have to look like they had their makeup done, even though they're literally about to go kick each other's ass.
Charlotte Flair.
Now,
every girl, like, they not only have to be athletic, but they have to put the makeup on. But I think I spoke about this during the Attitude Era where Soda and I watched a lot of the wrestling. Every girl had the makeup on and the big breasts and that sort of thing. But now the female wrestlers, their breasts are natural. They're not getting that augmentation anymore. They're just, I think some of them are, but some of them seem more like natural, like a natural athletic shape. Sasha Banks comes to mind. And,
which makes more sense to me.
It does. Because, like, China blew a boob. Like, she landed and, like, it destroyed her implant, and she had to go get it redone. Yeah, in the middle of a match. Yeah, she blew up a titty. Yeah. So she had to go back in and get her tires rotated and get new titties in. So
and if you don't, if for any viewer out there who doesn't know, like we're making light of it to an extent. That shit is a serious medical condition. You now have silicone floating around in your chest cavity. Just think about that.
Well, it was either silicone or saline. I think if you go to a certain size that's bigger than a certain cc, then they have to do a silicone. But yeah, it's scary shit.
But that's the thing. You've got a foreign body floating around in your body. From what I've heard, some women who have blown an implant, it burns.
Oh,
okay?
Maybe.
So I mean, like, getting hit in the chest is already not the most comfortable thing. But just imagining something like that going wrong, goodness gracious, I'm gonna just step away from that because nightmare.
I've seen some crazy shit in the ring. Like, yeah, it's choreographed, but it takes some athletic prowess. I think I saw they call it the boob match, the China one. I saw the one where Vince McMahon came in and blew out both quads. I saw the match with I don't know if you remember the Kevin Nash match. This guy's about 6'10". He lives like right near me. He lives like 15 minutes away from my house. He just got his quad surgically repaired. He comes over the top rope, lands with his leg, and it just gives out and re-tears, and he just buckles down and falls. like his
Wow.
first match
Mhm.
back after 8 months.
That's an expensive surgery that didn't do shit.
Yeah, and like because initially he started wrestling, he was a basketball player, so he injured one of his knees playing basketball, so he went into wrestling and got like huge. He was known as Diesel.
Yeah.
In WWE the first time, but that shit's dangerous. It is choreographed, but like if you fuck it up, you can be paralyzed. Look at Owen Hart. I mean, he was supposed to like fly in from the rafters and he wasn't strapped in and he fell straight on a turnbuckle and broke his neck from the top of the arena. Like it was during a pay-per-view and everyone didn't know. He died on his way to the hospital. He probably died on the impact, but they said he died on his way to the hospital.
I think I've heard about that.
There's been a lot of scary
that was a
shit.
show. It was a show that they
Pay-per-view.
They cut away from the ring as
Mhm.
soon as they could and like took it off air and all that.
Oh yeah.
I think I remember hearing about that. Not because I watched, but because people talk and it happened.
They
This
think they did it
profession is
on
a very
purpose.
dangerous profession. Go ahead, Soda. Sorry.
I was gonna say they think they did that one on purpose because of the Bret Hart shit. So that was his cousin?
The Bret Hart screw job. No, it's his brother. Owen Hart was his brother.
Yeah, I think he did it on purpose.
I don't think it was.
Conspiracy. That's one of the
Yeah.
conspiracies.
Like the Benoit thing, like he
But
killed his
did,
family, but yeah, there's like a lot of shit there.
I don't know how much I missed on Bray, but Bray got COVID really bad and left wrestling, and apparently that's what messed up his heart. He had like complications from COVID.
Oh.
So when he came back, apparently he wasn't 100%, and that's what caused his heart attacks.
See, that's scary. See, I can completely understand that, especially if he got the COVID shots. Remember what I told you guys when I got mine? Remember what I told you? I got the 2 COVID shots and my heart felt like it was pounding out of my chest. And like my resting heart rate used to be like 42, 52. After the 2 COVID shots, it's now consistently 72, 73. So it's 20 more beats a minute now. So like the COVID vaccine fucked. I don't know if it was COVID or the COVID vaccine that killed him, but like you don't want to fuck around and find out with that stuff. It's scary.
Mm-hmm.
And someone dying that young is like a sin. It's horrible because
it is.
You never heard a bad thing about him, even though he was a heel.
But he was he was good at it.
But that's from what I've heard, though.
Yeah.
If you play a villain and you play a villain well, that's a very difficult thing
Well,
to do.
if you just look up the Fiend, he played the Fiend, and he had like this fucking creepy mask.
Mask, yeah.
And he would carry like a lantern around in the fucking fog. It was like a whole, and he had like a whole like house that was like House of Horrors and shit. It was just crazy.
He was like the modern version of the Undertaker. He was almost like
Kind
they
of,
were
yeah.
selling the character as a supernatural type of character that couldn't be beat.
And he could take over people's like psyche and turn them evil. It was it was pretty.
He did
pretty
that
cool.
with Alexa Bliss, I think.
Right, and she did that
Yeah.
awesome too. Like,
yeah, she did like the what do they call it? The
Psycho.
yeah, like the girl, the
She-
DC Joker's girlfriend.
Yeah, she had the creepy like doll that had the
Doll
button
and shit,
eyeballs.
yeah.
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 But yeah, that's what
yeah,
they think
good.
complications from COVID. So
Oh, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
yeah,
His name was Wyndham Rotunda. That's a great wrestling name. Why would you change it to Bray Wyatt?
I don't know. That is
Wyndham Rotunda, like Rotunda sounds like a made up name. Rotunda, like because he's a big dude, it would kind of sell, right? Am I wrong?
Oh yeah.
Probably because he might have used it somewhere and somebody had copyrights to it. You usually don't to their real names, but it's the
yeah, like Kurt
possibility.
Angle. Yeah,
Well, I don't know where he started. I'd have to do a little bit more research. but-
no, Terry Funk started in the Texas territories. I know that.
Yeah,
like Midwest. That's why he was like a big deal to you.
yeah, him and the Von Erichs. We talked about them last night. So
Yeah, the Von Erichs. They're doing a movie about the Von Erichs, but that's enough of the wrestling stuff, I think.
yeah. Sorry.
Rest in peace, guys. I hope these comes. I was telling Oni like this shit comes in threes. I hope Bret Hart doesn't die all of a sudden. can't deal with another like wrestling death.
Right.
Like I didn't really watch. I didn't watch a lot of Bray Wyatt or Terry Funk until like
I
later in
actually
his career.
just sold a lot of his autographs. It's probably just like quadrupled today. So
But you should have waited.
yeah, but you don't expect. It's kind of like Kobe. You didn't expect Kobe to die, and like you figured they're gonna live long lives, and that just shows sometimes we don't. So
See, like Soda looked into the future with Kobe Bryant before he died in a helicopter, and he bought a whole bunch of autograph photos and waited
I would
till
be
afterwards.
fucking rich. I had some
Be
stuff.
fucking rich.
I mean, I sold Kobe stuff like I sold anything else. When he died,
Yeah.
that shit just like crazy. And I'm sure Bray's. If I looked it up on eBay, his autographs were probably just stupid.
Yeah, like but in a week they'll drop down to nothing again.
It's like the football player we talked about last year.
Yeah. The guy got the heart attack.
Yeah.
He's back.
Yeah.
But yeah, make sure you check us out on TikTok, Laggin_out. And you might want to catch me on lives at Chieftain XI, but I mix politics with gaming, so if you don't like what I have to say, don't go on that one. Gee, I wonder what I'm talking about. I've been indicted. I'm going to jail. But anyways.
Again.
Oh, Badger fucking nailed it. That's awesome. While you were in, you were fired.
Wow.
So this is a great story, isn't it? Oni pitched this at the meeting last night, and it's really great. Do you want to set it up for us, Miss Oni?
Let me see if Zoom will let me look at it again, because every time I tried to load Zoom in Twitch, it fucking
it's
shut
talking
the
about
bed.
pink sauce. It's pink sauce.
That one.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So do you remember, like, I don't even know how long ago it was, like 1 or 2 years ago, this whole fad on TikTok about pink sauce? Well, couple of things. If you're wanting to do a small business, double check your local, state, and federal laws. 2, if you're making a product that will be used externally, or heaven forbid, internally, check your local, state, and federal laws.
So this was a food, right? That what was her name?
I honestly don't even ever remember her name.
So impactful. She was so impactful. We didn't remember her
Right.
name.
Well, no, I honestly, this is going to sound callous as fuck. I tried not to, because so many things were done wrong.
Well, it's on our Discord, right?
That seemed, things that should have never been crossed for whatever fucking reason. And she called herself a chef. I don't know if she has the qualifications to be a chef with how many laws she broke.
Yeah.
And I mean food laws, sanitation laws, business laws, so many
what she was
fucking
doing,
broken laws.
she was sending out a product across state lines without proper FDA approval or what's that info, the product info on the back, or proper sealing, and she got in a lot of trouble for it. Right? Is that basically what happened?
I mean, sort of, if you want to put it like that, but it's not exact. The way you're saying it isn't exactly.
Okay.
It's not fully correct, only because of like specifications. If you're going to sell a food product and it's going to be packaged and sold, there are, depending on the size of your business, there has to be a health inspection. You have to have sanitation rules. When you're shipping certain things, there have to be regulations regarding the shelf life of that food. Why do you think
can't
a
just
lot of
ship
foods?
it?
No. Why do you think certain packaged? Okay, let me.
I'm being
just give an
sarcastic.
example. You make a salad and you want to add ranch to it. If you go
Right.
to the bottled stuff from the store, there may be a few preservatives in there. But it may also be refrigerated. If it's
Right.
refrigerated, chances are there may not be as many preservatives because the preservatives are supposed to keep a shelf stable, at least for a time, until you open it. Then you have to refrigerate it. Because ranch has this really nifty thing called dairy. And as we know, dairy
In order for me,
gets a little funky when exposed to heat. So pink
Pink
sauce
sauce lady is her
had-
name, I guess.
had dairy. The pink sauce had dairy in it. She was shipping it without proper sealing in the bottles, without following her local or state laws. Just abhorrent things. I mean, the texture would be different from bottle to bottle depending on who, the TikToker who opened it. She never said what flavor it was supposed to be, which, honestly, you could have just taken ranch and added some red food coloring and make it pink.
Thepinksauce.com. Sorry, the store is not currently available.
Good.
This is currently
But the thing is
unavailable,
that
it says.
It's all fun and games until someone fucking dies.
Right.
It's all fun and games
There
until
are
you
a lot
shit
of-
your asshole out.
There are a lot of ways that I don't
They call
want
you
to die.
Blossom.
Wow.
Foodborne or waterborne illnesses are not the way I want to go because most of the time you're dying from dehydration.
Right.
And that
we
is
have the flesh-eating bacteria here, Oni, now in the water. The flesh-eating bacteria is huge here because the water is warmer. But yeah, definitely.
Flesh eating or brain eating?
Flesh-eating.
Okay.
Brain eating is different.
I'm
If brain eating
aware
was a
because
thing,
it's
I
an
wouldn't
amoeba.
have a problem.
Well, it's an
Whoa.
amoeba, and it's
Yeah.
usually found in stagnant fresh water. But anyways,
Yeah,
um,
my brain is stagnant.
it's it's one thing to be selling your stickers or art pieces online. That's one thing. It's a
Soda.
very different thing when what
Dude.
you're making is going to be ingested by people.
I never.
So to see someone who was a quote chef fucking up all this stuff makes me incredibly angry because I'm sure most
You like
of us
food.
have, well, yes, but several of us have worked in the food service industry. And I don't know about you, but I take the fact that someone could very well get sick from what I'm doing, I take that seriously.
Yeah, it's a health violation. Like she thought she was above the law, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, it came to bite her in the ass because, yes, she did get signed with a company somehow who wanted to sell her sauce in stores. I don't know if I ever saw it. Well, apparently, she filed for bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I think the
I
video you
wonder
showed me
why.
was a black YouTuber. It says don't support all black businesses.
Yeah.
That's what he's named
It's
it.
Ruined Leon. Ruined Leon is a very quick-witted, sharp-tongued young man. He's quick. But the thing is that he calls out what he sees. And so, if he sees you doing good, he's gonna give you kudos. But there are certain times where he just goes, "No, no, can't save this. This is
hold my
bad.
beer."
This is bad." Yeah, and just because he's young doesn't mean he's wrong. And the thing is that this woman was trying to play off as this pretty and cute or bad, business owner chef. I don't know. Her expressions always just grated on my nerves. It's that expression someone uses when they're trying to be all cutesy, and it's like
That's fire.
you were breaking so many fucking rules.
Yeah.
And again,
But how did it get in Walmart?
people,
Don't they have requirements for that?
I would assume. I keep thinking.
yes,
It's fucking Walmart. I can understand
yes,
Amazon,
they do.
but not Walmart.
Amazon still does. Here's the thing: the company was supposed to be her pink sauce was supposed to be aligning with the company to be put in major stores. I don't remember if I ever saw it. If I did, I must have blocked it out.
What the fuck do you put this
But-
shit on? It looks like Pepto Bismol.
I have no clue. I wouldn't touch
What
it.
the
That's
fuck
the
is
thing.
it?
That's the thing. No one
It's
ever
like
said it
Soylent
because
Green
that was,
shit.
but that was the appeal of it. Was it's pink and it's a sauce. It's again the stupid TikTok craze of it looks weird. Let's do it.
I'm gonna do a TikTok challenge and drink pink sauce. Let's do it. 10 million views.
I would rather
Wow.
drink the inside of a glow stick.
Might be safer.
You know, here's one. I think what might be safer is going to Ohio and eating the dirt.
Oh God.
Yeah. If people don't know that reference, it's from the train derailment with the toxic waste spilling into the ground and the dirt.
Be safer. Yeah.
Who knows?
What's
With
that
my
mojo?
toxicity, I might be able to purify the area. Who
You'll
knows?
turn into a superhero. I'm convinced of it. It'd be like Super Oni. She like spit fire and like turn into a giant fucking D&D dragon.
Well,
I'm gonna talk about it
Okay,
for 6 hours
that'll-
and blow fire on your face.
Phrasing.
Yes, it's
Just
important.
saying. Put in the chat what type of dragon you think I would be. There are lots of different dragons to choose
Yes.
from.
Chatty dragon.
red.
Red dragon? Definitely
well,
red dragon.
There's chromatic dragons. There's metallic dragons. There's fey dragons.
There's
are
the slut dragons.
The
Remember
slut
that.
dragons.
Those are-
Gemstone
the slut dragons
dragons.
are important.
lungs. There are dragon turtles.
There are dragon
there are
turds.
prismatic dragon. Yeah, force dragons, prismatic dragons, ethereal dragons.
A forest dragon? Do they have
Shadow-
lightsabers?
No,
Okay.
it's a different thing.
I don't want you to talk about dragons when we're talking about this.
Why? Is it because it's going to drag on and on and on?
Dragon on.
Oh. And there's another
You're
clip.
welcome.
Oni the Thank you. This is why I love Oni. Should quick win it. But yeah.
What the fuck is
We're gonna do a Funko Pop with a collection of Oni dragons.
Well,
And then we'll make a soda one with the slut dragon.
sweet. Can I spank its ass? Call it a slut.
I would
Yeah,
I would,
sorry. Just
Go
this
ahead.
topic really bugs me because just the danger she put people in really
Yeah, it's
aggravates me.
scary.
And I don't believe she would be able to let go of her ego enough to fix it. So I feel no sympathy for her. I really don't. When you have all these people telling you what you're
Thank you,
doing
Turned
is
Up.
fucked up, what you are
Well-
doing is going to hurt people, and you still choose to do it, you have
Okay.
no one to blame but yourself.
So you want to know what it tastes like? Apparently, the ingredients were dragon fruit puree, canola oil, coconut cream, water, sugar, distilled water, vinegar, garlic, something I can't pronounce, maltodextrin.
Maltodextrin.
Yeah,
Is that
and
like a sugar?
ranch flavor? Like, what the
Oh.
fuck is dragon fruit and ranch?
I've heard of dragon fruit, but I don't want to
Yeah.
go into
That
another
is-
dragon conversation. But what would you put this on?
Nothing.
$50 a
Those
bottle.
flavors don't go together.
Exactly. It just makes no sense.
Oh, it's just a dipping
Garlic-
sauce.
It's a
garlic and
dipping
ranch.
sauce for what?
Just says dipping sauce.
Oh, okay.
Garlic and ranch, you could argue, could go together.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
I'll
give
give
them
you
that.
Oh, and he's right. She
Dragon
started
fruit.
she started a GoFundMe yesterday for $100,000.
Yeah.
So Kazoo
Yeah,
was right.
Good job, Gazoo. Go ahead, Oni.
Dragon fruit does not go anywhere near fucking
She
ranch.
said
That
she
is-
survives on $20 a day after her company duped her. Yeah, okay. And
What
if
does
I'm sorry, I
dragon
can't get-
fruit taste like?
It's
Dragon
kind of,
fruit is a very sweet
yeah, sweet.
and kind of almost aromatic flavor, if I
Very
recall.
Okay.
good on like snow cone. I love it. on
Oh,
snow
is it
cone.
really?
Yeah.
Very
Dragon fruit
bright
snow cone.
flavor.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. But it is, without a doubt, a fruit. So it is sweet.
So it's like soda.
Yes.
So why the fuck would you put that with ranch?
It makes no sense.
I don't know. I was like,
It's fucking stupid.
Oh my goodness gracious.
This
You would
sounds
think if you're
so
going to do any
gross.
sauce, maybe
Yeah.
you would pair it with like a sweet and sour sauce if you're
There
going
you
to do something like that.
that's the ingredients right there.
Canola oil. Ugh, that's not good for you. So if we were doing a lagging out sauce, Oni, what would you think? You think it would be a hot sauce?
Oh yeah, I think it would definitely
It'd be
at least a
fucking
little
spicy as shit, right?
some spicy, but also have some. You would have to have some like really good flavors going on, like some
lime?
garlic or some curry powder. Yeah, maybe a little bit of lime just to kind of cut through any fat that you might add. I would hold off on the salt though. When it comes to making your own sauces or seasonings,
Dr. Pepper and Baja
You'd have
Blast
to name it Kill Soda because that's what it would do to me.
It would kill your asshole.
No, it wouldn't.
Destroy your asshole.
Me and hot shit don't get along.
No, you don't like hot. You don't like hot stuff.
It'll burn a hole in my stomach.
Oh God, yeah. I like spicy. I had spicy wings, but ghost pepper, Oni. You think like Carolina Reapers or
what the fuck?
A mango salsa would be a good flavor for LOE. Mojo says that could be an option. We might have something here, Oni. We might have to do a line of hot sauces.
A Jamaican style salsa or a.
Oh, that'd be good.
Stuff's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some good foods out there.
There are some of those hot sauces that they're not just hot. There is a flavor to it, which is what you're trying to articulate here. There's like something just can't be just fire. It's got to be something to it, right?
Okay, so I like Tabasco sauce.
Right.
Some people don't like Tabasco, but here's the thing about Tabasco. The point of it is that it is from Tabasco peppers, and they are fermented in vinegar, or they're pickled in vinegar.
Right.
So it's got a vinegar flavor, and it's really great on fatty foods because that vinegar will cut through the fat. That's why it tastes great on eggs.
That's
because
why
it
apple
cuts through some of
vinegar
that
is
dairy.
good for you when you're trying to lose weight. Yeah, apple cider vinegar. But yeah, go ahead.
But it's not just heat. It's got some of that flavor. So remember, as spicy as they are, peppers are a fruit. It's a berry. So depending on the type of berry, like Scotch bonnets, there will be a little bit of that fruity flavor. You know, so
berry.
I don't know. I feel like it adds more depth and range to the flavors if you give it a little bit more than just the heat. Like, okay, yeah, that's a given.
There's depth to it, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. See, now I want hot sauce.
Subliminal messaging works.
We gotta do lagging out hot sauce. I think the mango one would be good for people, and then we'll do the soda one. It's like this hot sauce is for pussies, and that'll be the soda flavor.
Yes, for white people only.
For white people. It's like we'll put that in the pumpkin spice section.
We'll call it soda white sauce.
Hey, no.
No, because it's not spicy. Pumpkin spice is not spicy, so we put it there for him.
It literally has spices in it.
Yeah, but it's not hot, is what I'm saying. It's not like
no
spicy
shit. Why
hot.
would it?
That's
why
my
would
point.
Pumpkin spice be hot?
That's my point. It would be with that because, like, soda's hot sauce would not be hot. It would be so bland. It would be with the pumpkin spice because pumpkin spice is not temperature. It's not like spicy hot. So it's kind of like it's like the mild sauce in Taco Bell. You know, like that. Does that make sense?
Sauce, but...
Like there's flavor to it, but it's not hot. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I know it's a long way to go, but I was trying to tie it, but it wasn't really making that point. I found a Habanero pumpkin pie. Wow. Did you?
Not sure how to feel about
gross.
Right.
Yeah. Like there's just some things that you shouldn't mix, you know, like that. Anyways. I took one for the team on our next topic, guys.
Oh yeah.
I watched the first 2 episodes, and I'll try to make it spoiler free because Soda doesn't watch a fucking episode until all of them are laid out for him like a child. He's like a generated alpha kid. Like he's like, I want everything now.
I want it now.
Let's take a look at
Oompa Loompa.
I want an Oompa Loompa. Now let's watch the official trailer really quick here. If the okay, hold on.
One must destroy in order to create. We are no Jedi.
Santa Claus.
Sweet.
I started hearing whispers of Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire.
What happens when we find Thrawn?
Power, such as you've never dreamed.
I've spent most of my life fighting a war. That's why I'm trying to convince you to help me prevent another one.
She's hot.
You and I both know who could help you with this.
Agreed.
She's still just as stubborn as ever.
I bet your master found you difficult at times.
Anakin never got to finish my training. I
Whoa.
walked away from him, just like I walked away from Sabine.
You never made things easy for me, Master.
As a Jedi, sometimes you have to make the decision no one else can. But I'm counting on you to see this through.
Nice haircut. Sometimes we have to do what's right, regardless of our personal feelings.
Buckle up.
If we don't stop Thrawn, everything will be in vain. You have no power.
Anakin spoke highly of you.
I'm not here to discuss my past.
We have a lot of work to do.
Once a rebel, always a rebel.
So, a little bit of breakdown of that trailer. I would say 95% of what you saw in that trailer was in the first 2 episodes. So everything you see there, of course, it's cut out of order. But I think the people that liked the animated series Attack of the Clones are really going to like this. That was my takeaway from it. I never watched a lot of episodes of Attack of the Clones, so I had to go back watch some of those to see what her background was. And I already knew she was Anakin's Padawan for a while, and I already knew and so I had to see some of the background characters, just like the backler and everything. But you can definitely see, and Oni's not going to like what I'm about to say here, Kathleen Kennedy's influence in the first 2 episodes here. Every senior level character was female. Every secondary character was male on everything that was in here. Didn't bother me so much, but I know it's going to bother other people. But from what I saw, it was a fun watch. I'm not going to lie. I'm not as hardcore on Ahsoka as everyone else was, but I love Rosario Dawson. So
yeah,
I'll watch anything she's in. And for the most part, I think you're gonna like it, Soda.
It looks like I will like it.
Yeah, it looks like something that you would like. I don't know if Oni will like it as much. I think she'll think it's okay. But that's just my prediction here. Let's see, without revealing. Yeah, like everyone knows what a red lightsaber means, so there's no spoilers there, right? There was what you saw in the trailer. It looked like a master and a Padawan, right? They kind of give that away in the trailer. So that's there. Ahsoka's Padawan is in there. She's from the show, right? So she was a Mandalorian. She's in there. Some of the takeaways, I've seen some split screens of the stop motion, not the stop motion, the 3D animated one and the show, and they match all the theaters correctly, except there's different times of the day, so the color is going to be different, but they match the sets very, very well. So if you're looking for that accuracy with Clone Wars and this, you're gonna like it. The characters are pretty true, and I think it was pretty much nonstop. It was a lot. It was 2 hours. The first 2 episodes were 2 hours long. It was a lot.
Oh wow.
But they took their time. They didn't She-Hulk this shit. So they took time and they took the story, Oni. I know we like them to take their times with stories. They did with this. So some people are gonna really like this, and I have a feeling some people are gonna get really pissed. I found it entertaining, and I found it.
Okay. Back.
All right.
No. Yeah. Okay. Okay.